What's happening, man? Just going through a few things that I found over the time of just cruising around with this vehicle. Well, as you know, of the antifreeze, obviously, and I figured out why I actually smelled the antifreeze, because I remember the heat wasn't on. The heat was never turned on. What it is with this car is when it's off like this, and you try to keep the circulation inside, it's always coming from the outside. So that actually pulls in air from the outside and actually creates a circulation through the heating system. Okay, with this on, see, it doesn't stay on. And it seems to be just made like that. When you push this button, when it's off, when it's on, that works. But when it's off, if you were to try to keep the circulation in, see, I would have never smelt that if the air from the vehicle driving would have never pushed the air through the heater core to come out the vents and me smell the antifreeze. And that's I tried to figure out why it happened, because this was never on. You know, the heat wasn't on. You know, I never turned the heat on, and I know you didn't. So on the odometer, I found, you know, number one, the parking sensors. You know, service park assist. You know, when you put it in reverse, there should be, you know, that beeping sound when you go in reverse. You know, there's nothing. You know, those sensors, when they go bad, all four of them don't work when one of them goes bad. So sometimes it's just one, sometimes it's two, but most people just buy all four. I've seen them online for like $36 for all four of them. You know, that's that. Service park assist. I should have. Why I didn't see that? You know why I didn't see that? Is because there was so much on here. The tire pressure sensors. That's another thing. All four tires were at 48 psi. 48 psi. I thought the tires were low, so I checked the PSI on the side of the door here where the sticker is, and it said they should be at 30 PSI. I lowered them all down to 30, and every sensor for the front and back, both left and right, all of them were on. All of the sensors went off when it almost had double the amount of air that should have been in each tire. So I'm not sure how that came about, but that happened. So it's service park assist, the sensors, which is really pop and play. Those are super easy. I'm not sure how difficult this is, but when you push this button in here, you should see it right there as I'm pressing this. With the vehicle even on or off, it should do this with the key in auxiliary mode. What there's a trailer right here, if you can see that, right under 1,000 RPMs. That trailer, when you push this button, and I'll hold it both at the same time so you know I'm pushing this. That trailer under 1,000 RPMs should be illuminating. It doesn't at all. What that does is it tells the transmission, do not shift into fourth. You're only staying in 3 gears. The highest gear will be third. That's all that does. Okay. Next thing, you know, all the controls work good. This is not so much a big deal, but when you fold in the mirrors, this mirror folds in, that one clicks away. Click, 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 and it kind of stutters and just does not keep up with this one. This one's a fluent motion. That one, it seems like the plastic gears that actually move the mirror are gone. You know, it's just another thing. I'm just like, oh man, you know, another thing I gotta fix. Not a super big deal, but I'm not sure if these fold in manually or somebody was folding them in manually and broke that. The sunroof did show signs of leaking. That's pretty obvious. I didn't notice that at first. Again, another thing. It was raining. I'm in a rush. I did not get a good inspection on this vehicle, so I really feel like there should have been some negotiating going on, and I didn't. Stupid enough, you know. That could have been not the sunroof leaking, but somebody left it open and made the stain. It's also what that could have been. So I haven't noticed any drips coming into my lap. And then that's not so much a big deal, but you know, the easiest ones are definitely the service park assist. Those are just those little sensors on the back bumper here. And the hardest thing, the hardest thing is between the heater core. That's like a 6-hour job. This whole dash has got to come out. Check it out on YouTube. And heater cores are only like $40. You know, AutoZone lifetime warranty. Now, I'm gonna climb under this truck. Now that we're live here, my flashlight, little inspection light I got. Let's see. There it is, right there. It's actually this side here. Here we go. All right. I'm not sure. Look at how the pipe actually, right here, it actually twisted up. There's a bend in it right here. So it actually pushed this bracket forward and actually bent the pipe up. Now, I mean, to bring the truck all the way there to inspect this, I mean, it doesn't get any better of an inspection than than this. You know what's got to be done here? Cut this on this side, come over here on the other side, cut this, and you could take the bed off and do that. I'm just not sure. You know what is actually entails in this project here, and it is definitely a project to take care of that. And the rest of it seemed pretty solid. I mean, definitely rusted. You know, it's a rust bucket. You know, I was expecting the nicest frame I've ever seen, like you mentioned, but this was just covered up with, you know, shit from, not you, the previous owner, you know. Hopefully if you can just help me out with some money instead, I can do this work. Because when I do replace that pipe, cut and weld, I'm going to be having this bed off for a while, and I'm going to have to take care of this frame before it completely rots out on me. And while I have this whole truck bed off, I was actually going to do the fuel pump before that goes, because these are known for fuel pumps too. So, I mean, between that job right there and this, you know, this is a gimme. This is an easy one. As soon as I turn on the heat, instantly smell antifreeze. Every single time, without a doubt. That bottle I'm using is definitely not working. Sounds like I'm gonna have to flush the antifreeze. And it's not just the heater core too. This heater core, to take this out, you actually have to, I mean, you thought that frame thing was a big job? Oh my God. I am really not looking forward to this, and I guarantee I'm probably the one gonna be doing it. This right here, you have to remove the AC lines from the AC condenser under the dash to be able to pull the heater core out. Therefore, you have to remove the AC refrigerant and vacuum the line to be able to work on this. So this is going to have to be taken to an AC shop first, have them vacuum the line, so you can actually plug up and take this system apart here. And I mean, really, it's just fucking, it's overwhelming for me, you know. I don't even want to look. I don't even want to look at it anymore. Just want to go inside, watch a movie, go to bed. You know, here's the tubular. That has to be replaced. I'll show you another side of it. I got my flashlight underneath. You can literally, I mean, this, why didn't I see that? How come I didn't see that? You see my finger through the tube? It's rotted right through. You know, rotted right through, man. I don't know. I mean, you want me to drive up there for this inspection? I mean, I don't, you know, what kind of an inspection, you know, what are they going to find that I didn't already is what I'm saying. You know, do I have to drive up there for you to just help me out and just give me some money back so I can take care of this? Or you guys are going to, what, take the bed off, take the dash out? Jeez, this is going to be like a week job. You know, are you really going to go through all that? Come on, man. There's no way. That is so much work. Take the whole bed off. Take the whole dash out. Replace the sensors. Cut and weld that pipe. You know, replace the rear shocks because they are fucking wasted. I had a clothes dryer in this, like I texted you, a clothes dryer. And the bed was bottoming out and hitting the rubber. Where's the rubber on the frame? Right here. This rubber was actually hitting the rear end, bottoming out. A clothes dryer in the back. Just on the streets. You know, I hit a good bump. Started bouncing, and the bounce just... It's not supposed to bounce if shock absorbers are correct. The shock absorber slows it down, and you know what I mean. I hope you know what I mean. What else? Yeah, here's the stuff that I took a picture of. You said you were confused on what this is, and this is radiator stuff, and what do you mean? Your heater core. Now I'm confused. Well, if you look close, this is permanently, which is bullshit, permanently repairs large radiators, intake manifolds, gaskets, heater cores, blocks, heads, and freeze plugs. Okay, but this shit is junk. Obviously. It's not fucking working at all. Still got that fucking smell every time I turn it on. And what I put in here is, let me crack this bottle open. Hold on a second. Let me put that down. It's got a safety lock on it. But when I added 2 quarts of oil, I actually added a little bit too much. I was like a half a quart over. So I drained some out into an oil pan just by loosening the oil filter. You loosen the drain plug, that's all coming out at once. That's inevitable. That just happens. You can't stop the flow of oil from coming out when you do the drain plug. But if you loosen the oil filter, it'll trickle out past the oil filter. And this is what I got. I think you mentioned you changed the oil. Where's a good leaf? You know what I mean? Here's a little bowl. I know this is fucking stupid, but I mean, this oil couldn't be any blacker. All right, whatever. Maybe that was a fucking waste of time. But I expected oil that just got changed to be a lot cleaner than that. I actually put it in the bottle. The bottle is clear. You should be able to see right through this, but it's black. Whatever. Fucking oil change is another fucking $30 just in oil. And then the oil filter, whatever that is. I don't know, like I said, you know, it's just this stupid shit just adding up. One thing after the other. you know, and I can't get any more detailed on what I'm finding out for. I should have known. The rear leaf spring got replaced. You know, the tow hitch, I really can't tell with that whether it's rotted or used. You know, it's tough to tell whether it's rotted or used. The only thing that could tell me that this was definitely used is because this hole, aside from rot right here, this hole is clean. Where the bolt goes through, where the, you know. And aside from that, I mean, the shock is almost about to go right through the bed. When that thing lets go. And it looks like it's going to let go very soon. I can't do nothing with this truck right now. I can't even put a dryer in this thing after seeing that. That shock goes right through the bed. I'm going to be going sideways down the street, limping my way home. Hopefully my kids aren't in the car on the highway. I don't know. I think this is enough, man. I'm not sure, you know, do you really want me to drive there for... This is what I'm going to complain about. I couldn't get any more real than this. You know, that's what's up. What will you do? You know, are you going to take this truck for the next 2 weeks and take care of all this stuff? Or you want to give me some money back and let me work on my own vehicle? Because to be honest with you, I'd rather work on my own vehicle because I don't like no one touching anything that I operate except me, especially when it comes to mechanics, especially welding. I'm the best welder in this town. I don't trust anybody's welding. You know, you got to know your shit when it comes to mechanics, and all right, I guess I gotta glue that. That sucks. I didn't see that before. Oh my God. See what I mean? See what I mean? It's just like, you know, I mean, yeah, it's just one thing after another. I gotta get some glue for that. Yeah, as advertised, you know, flawless. You know, that's what you said on the thing, man. I'm sure you can help me out, man. I mean, of everything I'm showing you on this video, and I mean, I couldn't be any more real with you. You know, I couldn't be. That bumper's got to go too. I already priced them out. That thing is fucked. And I was told that this whole truck was painted. You know why people put these on? Is because underneath is completely rotted. That's why they put those on. Just to hide it. What I'm going to have to do is take that off and fix these fenders too. Because otherwise it's just going to keep rotting away. You know? Here's the other side. Look at that. You know? Wasted. You know? That's just the plastic. That's just the plastic right here. Those fenders are gone. Look at that, right underneath this right here. Big hole. You know, it's another thing. Come on, man. You know, somebody tried, look at the bumper. They even oversprayed over the bumper. You know, I mean, the bottom of the tailgate's rotten. You know, and a little touch-up paint over here. Fucking hack job. I don't know if it was a previous owner or what. But the good thing is the fronts are actually good. And I mean, besides all that shit, I mean, it's not a bad truck. It runs good. I'm glad it runs good. Who knows what I'll be up against? I mean, with the shock the way it was and the leaf spring, this thing was definitely towing. This thing was towing some shit. Who knows? This dent could have been when he hit his trailer. And then, how much longer has this transmission got after towing that kind of weight that will break the shock support and break a leaf spring? You know what I mean? You want me to drive all the way up there for an inspection? You know, what's your guy gonna say that I didn't already show you? You know, let me know, man. Text me back. Do I gotta waste my time and yours going up there listening to somebody bitching while we walk around this truck again? You know, just help me out. You know? I don't want to have to go all the way up there just for some cash. I'm sure there's some way we can send it and just settle this and fill out some kind of an agreement saying I'm going to give you this and from here on out we're done. I'm happy. Like, you know, do something for me, man. All right. Let me know.